Welcome, everybody, to the 13th episode of Frenzy Talk. I've started writing it down so I can remember, actually.
Uh,
So this is the part of the show where we give you guys a little sports talk information here for you
you,
guys. Um, I guess we never really talked about WrestleMania. What did you feel about WrestleMania, Tim?
WrestleMania seems so long ago.
It does.
It was okay. It wasn't spectacular, but it was okay. I mean, there were some good matches and there's some bad matches, you know.
I felt like up to the last couple matches, it was a pretty good WrestleMania, but
You
then
know, a lot of people didn't realize the Hardys were going to come back, and we had called that from the get-go that you thought the Hardys were going to come back.
Well, I even picked them to win the titles, and they did win the titles. Which I actually just read today that they're going to give Jeff a huge singles push here. They're going to lose the titles here soon, the tag titles, and then Jeff is getting a push in the singles department. So I'm wondering if that means the Universal title or something, and then. Matt, they're talking. I've heard mixed reports that he's going to actually do the broken gimmick. I've heard mixed reports that he's going to, and then I've heard other reports that Vince doesn't like the broken gimmick.
Well, that's because it's not Vince's creation. That's why. It's Matt's creation.
So I don't know.
He's taking credit for.
I'm curious to see which article is actually accurate about the broken gimmick, but I've read several articles that
have you it's funny to watch them on because he can't get completely out of the gimmick. If you've noticed, he has a hard time transitioning between just plain old Matt Hardy and Broken Hardy. Like he talks like normal for a second and then he kind of goes into the Broken Hardy tone. He's been doing it for so long now, it's hilarious. I think it's like second nature.
Well, they're so opposite, so it's not like it's I'm sure it's an easy thing to turn on and off. I'm sure once he starts talking as Matt, and then he's like, "Oh wait, I should test to see the broken gimmick and talk like this."
I think partially too. That's my thought on it. Also, another thing they're doing is they're testing the waters with that to see what they can and can't get away with.
Yeah.
So WrestleMania had some moments. I wasn't exactly thrilled with the Goldberg match, but I'll get over it.
I'm the same way. That one I wasn't too happy about, and then I guess I wish Taker would have went out on a win.
That was my thought too. They said that was Taker's choice, though. The Taker wanted to push a newer guy over when he retired. So
I guess I just wish it was somebody other than Roman, I guess. So, but that I'm sure it was his choice, and that's the kind of guy he was. So that he would push somebody before leaving. So, but anyways, moving on. This was posted an hour ago. Former Alabama linebacker Reuben Foster tested positive for a diluted sample at the NFL Combine. So I'm wondering if that means he's going to get tested further to make sure he's not actually having a performance-enhancing drug in his system. Real funny thing happened at the Alberta Gators. It's a minor league baseball team in Gainesville, Florida. The mascot of the Florida Gators was there, and a foul ball was hit. And the mascot, actually, the ball came and hit the mascot on the head. You can watch the video on Facebook. The New England Patriots were at the White House to meet President Donald Trump. And they, of course, like always, presented him with a jersey. We got a lot to cover, so Ty Dillinger gives a heartfelt goodbye to the NXT universe on Wednesday. I really like that they did that too. And Ty Dillinger went away with a win too on NXT. He beat Eric Young in a cage match. So he went away with a win, and he also got to say very heartfelt goodbye. I don't know if Tim saw this article. Did you see how much, speaking of WrestleMania, how much WWE spent on the set for WrestleMania?
Yeah, I did. I saw you had posted that.
Oh my gosh. For those that didn't see the article, WWE spent just on the set alone $5 million. They're already saying next year that it will not be that expensive because next year it's going to be coming from the New Orleans Saints Arena. It's a inside arena, so they're not going to need such a huge, elaborate set. That set was ridiculous. I mean, they had structures that looked like roller coasters, and
it was cool. I thought that was one of the cool things about it.
I love the ramp that they had. I know some like they've made. I've heard jokes about Randy Orton's entrance with the snake following him down the ramp.
Yeah.
But that was pretty cool, I thought. There's talks that there may be a Lucha Underground alliance with Impact Wrestling. That would be really cool. I'm sure it would help out both organizations.
Well, I don't think Lucha Underground needs help. No. I think it would help Impact more than it's going to help Lucha. Lucha's very popular, so...
Well, I think it would help both companies, though. I'm going to skip over... I'm sure some of you have heard about Aaron Hernandez, but we're not going to talk about that whole thing. That's kind of a sad kind of... I don't know. So we're going to skip over that one. NCAA awards Detroit the Little Caesar Arena with the 2020 Frozen Four and the 2021 March Madness. I think I sent this also to Tim, and I said, I don't know how this is going to work. Because at the time, you're going to have... At the same time, you're going to have the Red Wings and the Pistons playing. And then on top of those two teams playing there, you're also going to throw the March Madness tournament onto that whole thing. So I don't know how that's going to work. I'm curious to see. There's reports that Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis has signed with WWE, and reports are that they are headed to SmackDown Live. Maria, you would recognize, she actually was a female wrestler a few years ago for WWE, but now her and her husband are going to be on there. I'm kind of thinking they're going to be doing kind of like a Miz kind of a thing is my guess. Starling Marty for the Pittsburgh Pirates has been suspended 80 games after testing positive for a performance-enhancing substance.
Wow.
Shame, shame, shame. We know what your name is. We're saddened to hear that Matt Onoa, better known to the WWE fans as Rosie, has passed away. He was known for the group, being part of the group 3 Minute Warning. I think he was teamed up with Umaga too. So and he's brothers to Roman Reigns.
Yes.
So I've heard that might be why Roman is off for a little while here. Speaking of being off, injury update, the Revival's Dash Wilder suffered a broken jaw this past weekend. I've heard he's going to miss most of the summer, so you will not be seeing the Revival. What Tim was talking about with the $1 million with the NASCAR race, if Harvick wins All-Star race, fan will receive $1 million too. So I don't know how exactly. Go Kevin Harvick if I can win $1 million. And so will one of his fans. Anyone who goes to bushbucks.com and enrolls from now until May 6th will have a chance to win $1 million if Kevin Harvick wins the race. So this is just the All-Star race. So yeah, go to the bushbucks.com and enroll. And you could win a possible chance for winning $1 million too. But just know that if you heard it from this show, and if you actually win $1 million, just know you have to give some of the portions of that to Sports Frenzy for our budget. Right. So just so you know that, guys.
Exactly.
Because Tim and I, we just have a little putz around airplane. We need an actual jet now, so.
So we're starting a, what do they call that? One of those things where you can get people to donate money.
GoFundMe.
Yeah, we're starting a Sports Frenzy GoFundMe for those who want to buy us a jet.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, that'd be awesome. I actually know a guy who's selling jets. I met him in Kalamazoo.
Yep, Jamie knows a guy that could hook us up.
Boy, it seems so long since we've covered any of this stuff. The Orlando Magic have fired their general manager, Rob Hennigan, after 5 seasons with no playoff appearances. Usually I have a sound effect for that one. Let me find it. There it is.
Looks like the Lions have gotten 2 Monday Night Football games this season.
Some of the people who made the Monday and Tuesday after WrestleMania, there's always call-ups and new guys coming up. Some of them included Ty Dillinger, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Revival, who am I missing? There was one other one. Shinsuke.
What was that? What were you talking about?
Who got the call-ups after WrestleMania? Shinsuke, The Revival, Nakamura.
And Ty Dillinger.
Ty Dillinger. It was just those 3? Thought there was a 4th in there. Maybe it was just those 3.
The Drifter.
Oh, yeah, that's right, the Drifter. Which, has he even wrestled yet? I haven't watched Monday Night Raw.
No, he's just been playing his guitar, like backstage scenes.
Yeah, which then it's hilarious because then Corey Graves is like, "Who let him in?" Detroit Free Press actually posted this on April 13th, and I quote, "Is it that far-fetched that we know that the next GM of the Detroit Red Wings will be Steve Yzerman? We just don't happen to know exactly when that will happen." They're saying that Ken Holland is on the hot seat, which is kind of what I was alluding to the fact, too, that I feel like he's on the hot seat, and they awarded the World Series championship rings to the Chicago Cubs, 108 years, so that equates to 108 diamonds. They're pretty cool. They actually trying to figure out where it is on the ring. Oh, it's on the when you take the band off or the ring off and look inside the band, they actually have a goat for the Billy Goat curse on the inside of the band, and they also have engraved too the World Series scores too. So pretty cool rings. Renee Young and Dean Ambrose secretly got married. I don't know if you heard about
that.
So congratulations to them. I don't know why it was so secretive.
Because WWE probably doesn't like their relationship either.
Probably.
Which is what, if you noticed, if you think about it, so Renee is more on SmackDown, and Dean Ambrose just got sent to Raw.
I did notice that. But if you think about it too, though, it's usually, you know, like, so, for instance, they'll come to Michigan and they'll be at Joe Louis Arena for Monday Night Raw, and then SmackDown will be at the Griffin. So they'll be in the same state. So I don't know. It's kind of like they can have their own personal lives too. So.
I know. Well, I mean, that's why Alberto Del Rio didn't stick around. And he's very vocal about that when he's out partaking to adult beverages. Him and Paige have been turning up in some videos lately, and Paige is kind of trying to mellow him out. The last one video I saw of them, he was ranting and raving about how his former employer is very biased and racist. And she kept telling him, she's like, you know, I still work for them. Calm down, you know.
I think that's about it. I'm starting to get back pretty far here in the thing. I can't really think of anything else. Do you have anything else, Tim?
Nope, I was looking through stuff right now and I'm not seeing anything, so that's about all we have for you this week, and that's good. Hey, it's our first show back, and we did good.
Yes, yes. So, everybody have a great weekend. We will see you on the recap show. And
I just noticed on the live show here, live feed, guys, it actually says, it comes up and says it's the recap show. I'm not sure why it did that, but anyway, it's not the recap show.
It's not the recap
show. Everybody have a great weekend. We will be back with you guys again soon. I'm the coach. Be blessed, everyone.
For the recap show. Have a great night, everybody.
We'll talk to you again real soon. Take care, everybody.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.